Hello everyone, and welcome to my DOL official channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Finn raises concerns about the experimental process, and Dr. Buckingham provides Bill with the results of his MRI. After changing Liam's dressing at Bill's house, the nurse informs Bill that Liam is doing exceptionally well. Bill continues to express his gratitude to Buckingham and the medical staff. He is unable to even understand what has transpired. He informs Liam that surviving must be his only priority. After receiving a text, Bill tells his kid to go to bed since he has guests coming. When Steffi, Finn, and Hope show up, they ask Bill about the process. "It got results," Bill shrugs. Hope replies, "We'd like to see him now," as Finn frowns. Bill cautions that the operation has left him weak. "Why didn't he consult him?" asks Finn. Bill claims that Grace informed him that they had to act quickly, so they did. Finn, Steffi, I hope B&B. Liam keeps his eyes closed as Bill ushers the guests inside. Finn is shown the numbers by the nurse. He finds it incomprehensible that Liam is doing so well so quickly. "It's only been a couple of hours, right?" asks Finn as the nurse leaves. He inquires as to the specifics of the surgery. They were informed that it was unusable. Steffi claims that although there was no cure, treatments might have given him extra time. Bill reveals that Grace discovered someone conducting this experimental procedure from outside the nation. More. What will happen to Hope and Steffi next? Finn asks what the doctor's name is. Bill is unable to recall. It was really stressful. The hospital wouldn't have allowed it, so they had to conduct it in the clinic. He claims that the encounter was entirely professional. "I believe they received the full mass. When Grace receives the full MRI results, they will be aware." The possibility that he might live is astounding to Finn. Was there anything for Bill to read? No, Bill says, and it makes no difference. His son's life was the only thing that mattered. Finn B&B. According to Finn, Liam ought to be recuperating at the hospital. They have everything they require according to Bill. Finn questions why he wasn't consulted by Grace. "He's not your patient," says Bill. There was no time to consider the advantages and disadvantages. All Finn can say is that things went well. Bill needs to have faith that the MRI will yield the desired results. Liam is informed by Hope that Steffi and she are there to support him. Steffi compliments him on his bravery. "You make an effort to remain with us and your young daughters." They declare their love as Liam awakens. Liam B&B. Ridge, Brooke, and Taylor come together. Ridge and Taylor continue to express their relief that Steffi is secure at Forrester. When Brooke enters and inquires about Steffi, they are cuddling. Despite being startled, Ridge claims to be well covered. Taylor talks about the intense feeling of stress. Ridge announces that Luna will no longer be an issue. B&B at Taylor Ridge. Although Taylor is glad the concern is over, she wishes Luna had received assistance rather than passing away. For saving Steffi's life, Liam will always have their eternal gratitude. After Liam battles to survive the gunshot, they depart after a few months. He will create memories with the girls, according to Taylor. Brooke claims that what he is going through crushes her heart. Taylor bemoans the fact that Beth and Kelly are unaware of how quickly their lives will alter. More. Everything changes after an accident in Italy. Ridge is asked by Taylor if they ought to postpone their trip to Italy. What if something occurs during their absence? What if Liam leaves us halfway around the world? Scowls Brooke. According to Ridge, they shouldn't cancel just yet. Brooke gives him a suspicious glance. They both agree to act in the family's best interests if things don't seem good. Taylor says that in order to support their daughters through this, and to support Beth and Kelly as well, they will need to band together. Brooke says, "We will," nodding. Brooke bed and breakfast. Will and Katie weep over Liam. In the design office, Will and Electa discuss Luna's insane behavior. Will is simply relieved she's gone. Electra attributes it to his brother Liam's courage. As they discuss Liam's willingness to give up everything for Steffi, Katie walks in. He is now up against something he cannot overcome. "We're still going to lose him," Katie groans. More. The incredible new film starring Ashley Jones. Katie tells about Liam's mental state of devastation. He's a hero and Will hopes he doesn't concentrate on killing people. Katie complains that he is getting a death sentence as a reward for his bravery. Electra BNB's crew will be Katie. Will finds it incomprehensible that Liam kept his brain tumor a secret. He is not to fault, Katie. Nobody wants to feel sorry for them. That has been directed towards her. For as long as possible, he intended to protect his little daughters from the truth. Given Liam's imminent death and the emotions he must be experiencing, Katie breaks down in tears. Will sobs in the hopes that Liam will overcome this. He is a combative individual. He isn't prepared to lose his big brother. Will is held by Katie. I sincerely apologize. An update for Bill. Squinting, Liam asks, "Where am I?" Bill informs him that following the surgery, they return to his home. Hope informs him that they were informed of his visit with Dr. Buckingham. Finally, there is cause for optimism. Steffi asserts, "We cannot let you go." Liam glances at Bill, who receives a text message regarding the MRI from Dr. Buckingham. He gives a head shake. "What did she say?" asks Finn. "The scan is fine," Bill informs them. "The tumor has disappeared. Completely eliminated with good margins." They all burst into tears. "It's astonishing that they managed to pull this off," says Finn. "Liam, you're going to live," shouts Steffi. "He will have a lot of time to spend with his girls, according to Hope. Really is a miracle." According to Finn, a medical history was taken today. He still appears confused. Grace might be imprisoned for fabricating Liam's terminal diagnosis as a result of Finn and Bridget's medical investigation.
According to BNB spoilers, Finn and Bridget worked together to go into Grace Buckingham's dubious $1 million brain tumor therapy, which saved Liam's life overnight and exposed medical fraud. Finn discloses Grace's $1 million brain tumor fraud, BNB spoilers. The physician who purchased a magnifying glass in place of his stethoscope. Dr. John Finn Finnegan is unable to get rid of the gut instinct. You're aware of it. What happens when something looks too nice to be real? After a covert, multi-million-dollar operation, Liam Spencer's brain tumor disappeared overnight, raising all the red flags for the excellent doctor. Grace Buckingham's ideal medical hoax is on the verge of collapsing like a house of cards in a hurricane as Finn begins to investigate. Finn's medical intuition is screaming fraud because of the following. After paying Grace a cool $1 million for an experimental, off-the-books brain surgery, Bill Spencer recently celebrated his son's amazing recovery. Liam's incurable tumor has completely disappeared, according to the MRI. As simple as that. Poof. A medical miracle, huh? False. No matter how much money you throw at them, deadly brain tumors don't go away overnight, as any doctor worth their degree is aware. Grace's fatal error, becoming careless when the stakes were extremely high. Let's speak about how, in the Super Bowl, Grace bungled this scam worse than a rookie quarterback. Bill was exactly where this woman needed him to be, guilty, desperate, and prepared to do whatever it took to preserve his son. Because of his actions, which resulted in Luna Nozawa shooting Liam, Bill was already drowning in guilt. What an ideal target for a medical fraudster. Grace used the traditional high-pressure sales technique on him. A covert experimental process? Verify. Demand payment right away? Verify. Demanding complete secrecy? Verify again. Fans who have been analyzing every frame of the purported surgery scene claim that she even introduced an enigmatic Dr. Otto Carey who appeared more like a janitor than a brain surgeon. But this is where Grace became foolish and avaricious. She had the option to urge that Bill not mention her name. She could have worked in the dark. Rather, she made herself the focal point of this miracle cure, almost pleading with someone who actually knows medicine to start investigating. Dr. Finn Finnegan is that person. When two moral physicians join forces against one corrupt co-worker, Finn is not conducting this inquiry by herself. According to spoilers, he may work with Dr. Bridget Forrester to uncover this medical scam. If we have ever seen a dream team, that is it. For many years, Bridget has served as the Forrester family's moral compass. She has witnessed enough deception and treachery to recognize a scammer at a distance. She was also a member of Liam's initial diagnostic group. She is aware that the tumor was actual and ostensibly incurable. These two medical professionals are going to dissect Grace's fraud together. The medical records of Liam will be re-examined. They will look into this Dr. Otto Carey ghost. That $1 million money trail will be followed by them. And when they show Bill their results, his embarrassment will become unadulterated Spencer wrath. For viewers, the investigation won't be some protracted mystery. Grace is already known to be sinful. Watching our heroes methodically deconstruct her castle of lies while she frantically tries to hide her traces is the true drama. It's similar to seeing a cat play with a mouse, except that this mouse broke every medical oath in the book and stole $1 million. The legacy of the Buckinghams, like ex-husband, like ex-wife. A Buckingham has before twisted their medical oath in order to obtain real money. Are you familiar with Dr. Reese Buckingham? In order to pay off his gambling debts, Grace's ex-husband sold little Beth to Steffi Forrester and replaced Hope Logan's healthy baby with a stillborn child, committing his own medical fraud. He only needed $200,000 to ruin several lives. Grace is now after the $1 million prize, but she is still following in those illegal footsteps. Fans are assuming that she is either drowning in debt or simply spotted an opportunity to profit quickly from Bill's desperation, as recent plots have alluded to her financial difficulties. In any case, she's demonstrating that the Buckinghams are a unique kind of villain, medical professionals who use their white coats to hide their wrongdoing. Los Angeles will be rocked by the fallout. The repercussions will be felt throughout the canvas when this swindle blows up, and it will blow out spectacularly. Grace's life will be completely destroyed. A medical license? Lost. Liberty? Greetings from a long prison term. She will be joining her ex-husband in the corrupt doctor's hall of shame. The psychological pain of thinking he was dying when it was all a lie will need to be processed by Liam. A scumbag will utilize Bill's wealth and position against him and publicly disgrace him. However, what about Finn? Now is his chance to shine. He has changed from being a kind doctor to a detective who can outsmart skilled manipulators. Preserving the Spencers from a multimillion-dollar scam? That will solidify his reputation as a real hero in Steffi's eyes. The finest aspect? Medical professionals who uphold their oath are pitted against one who sold hers for financial gain in this inquiry. Integrity, intelligence, and sincere concern for their patients are qualities that Finn and possibly Bridget exemplify. Grace is a metaphor for the dark side, which is avarice masquerading as compassion and preying on the weak. The episode on Monday is only the start. Bill's obstinate faith in his miracle and Grace's lies won't distract Finn's resolve to find the truth. A doctor doesn't allow his gut tell him something isn't medically possible. He looks into it. He excavates. He reveals. What about Grace Buckingham? She is going to discover that when a doctor trades in his stethoscope for a magnifying lens, you cannot fool him, but you can fool a desperate billionaire. She is losing her $1 million falsehood more quickly than she can pronounce experimental procedure. The scandal of the year is likely to turn into the fraud of the century. What Grace Buckingham is actually doing on The Beautiful and the Bold. According to spoilers for the CBS soap opera The Bold and the Beautiful, Liam Spencer cheated death twice this week. Is Dr. Grace Buckingham defrauding the Spencer clan, or is Bill Spencer's kid the luckiest man alive? Read on to find out. Here are the next events on BNB, spoilers are in store. Liam has experimental surgery. Finn and his crew hurried Liam Spencer to the operating room and extracted the bullet after he survived Luna Nozawa's shooting. Bill Spencer, Liam's father, found out that his son had been concealing his cancer diagnosis from him while he was in the hospital recuperating from his gunshot wound. $1 Bill quickly came up with a plan to save his son by making a deal with Dr. Grace Buckingham since he enjoys playing God and using money to solve his problems. Liam was sent to another location after Grace and Bill checked him out of the hospital, where she performed experimental surgery to remove his incurable brain tumor. Bill Spencer sent her $1 million as soon as the procedure was over. Not bad for a workday. Conned by Bill Spencer? Brave and the Bill Spencer might have been duped, according to spoilers for Beautiful. It's odd that Grace Buckingham, a medical expert, let Liam go an hour after 2 major procedures. She clarified that Liam will receive treatment from a nurse at the Spencer mansion, but everything about it seemed quite dubious. Not to mention all the sleazy activities Grace's husband engaged in, such as stealing and selling infants using his medical qualifications. What if Liam Spencer's father spends $1 million on a fictitious surgery and he wakes up with nothing changed? Do you believe Grace defrauded Liam and Bill Spencer?